Hello everyone, this is Jahnavi. I am from third year CSCP. Now I am going to discuss with you about exploring different file structures in database management systems. Now let us see the introduction part. Welcome to this presentation on file organizations in database management systems. In today's world, data is one of the most valuable assets that an organization can possess. Managing and organizing this data effectively is critical for the success of any business. This is where file organizations come into play. A file organization refers to the way data is stored in a database management system. It determines how data is accessed, retrieved, and updated by users and applications. Understanding the different types of file organizations is important because each has its own set of advantages and disadvantages. By choosing the right file organization, organizations can optimize their database performance and improve their overall efficiency. Now let us see about what is sequential file organization. A sequential file organization is a method of storing data in which records are stored one after another in a continuous sequence. This type of file organization is commonly used for storing large amounts of data that need to be processed in a specific order, such as transaction processing systems. In a sequential file, records can only be accessed in the order in which they were written. This means that if you want to access a record in the middle of the file, you have to read through all the records that come before it. One advantage of sequential file organization is that it is simple and easy to implement. It is also requires less disk space than other file organizations because there is no need for additional indexing or hashing structures. However, sequential files can be slow to access if you need to retrieve data that is not at the beginning or end of the file. Additionally, inserting or deleting records in a sequential file can be time consuming and may require reorganizing the entire file. The another file structure is indexer file organization. An indexer file organization is a type of database file organization. Data records are stored in a sequential order, but an index is created to allow for faster access to specific records. The index contains a list of keys and pointers that map to the physical location of the corresponding records. When a search is performed, the index is used to locate the records that match the specified criteria, which can significantly reduce the amount of time required to retrieve data from the database. One advantage of an indexed file organization is its ability to quickly locate specific records based on their key values. This makes it ideal for applications that require frequent searches for retrievals of individual records, such as online transaction processing systems. Next one is hashed file organization. A hashed file organization is a method of storing data in database management systems where records are located based on their unique key values. In this type of file organization, a hash function is used to generate a fixed length address for each record. The address is then used to locate the record in the file. One advantage of a hashed file organization is that it can provide fast access to records, especially when the file is large and the number of records is unpredictable. However, one disadvantage is that collisions can occur, which happens when two or more records have the same hash value. This can lead to slower access times and increased storage requirements. To illustrate how a hashed file organization works, consider a database of customer information. Each customer has a unique ID number which serves as the key value. The hash function takes the ID number and generates an address for the record. When a search is performed for a particular customer, the hash function is applied to the ID number to determine the address of the record. If there is a collision, the system must use a secondary method to locate the correct record, such as linear probing or chaining. Now let us see the comparison of file organizations. When it comes to choosing the right file organization for a database management system, it is important to consider factors such as performance, storage requirements, and ease of implementation. There are three main types of file organizations: sequential, indexed, and hashed. Each has its own advantages and disadvantages. Sequential file organization is simple and easy to implement, but it can be slow when searching for specific records. Indexed file organization uses an index to speed up record retrieval, but it requires more storage space than sequential file organization. Hashed file organization uses a hashing function to map keys to addresses in memory, making it fast and efficient for both insertion and retrieval. However, it can be more difficult to implement than the other two types of file organization. Now I want to conclude this topic. In conclusion, understanding the different types of file organizations in database management systems is crucial for optimizing performance and storage efficiency. So, when choosing the right file organization for a database management system, it is important to consider the specific needs and requirements of the organization. Performance, storage requirements, and ease of implementation should all be taken into account to ensure optimal functionality.